Hello friends, welcome to my channel. Today we're going to discuss listening section of IELTS exam. We're going to focus on the numbers and the names. So whenever you listen any number in the audio or listening audio, what do you write and how to know that which is the correct answer? Let's have a look. 27. They will speak like this, 27. So you must know the accent, you must be comfortable with the accent, and you must practice a lot with the numbers before giving your exam. So it's just an example like 27. The next one is 49. So you need to write 49. 703. So it is 703. In the year. Now when he's saying in the year, so there is a rough outline in your mind that now I'm going to listen a number which is an year. So in the year 1951. So it's 1951. 7,200 people. So it's 7,200. 7200 is the answer. His age was 17. 17. His age was 70. 70. So it is the most common mistake which we make in listening any number, which is 17 or 70. So I want to give you some tips on this. First tip is when they speak teen, it is longer. It's like 17. And while speaking 70, it's like 70. So you notice that 70 is shorter than 17. And the next tip is the teen word is stressed, 17. So there's a little bit stress on teen, while in case of 70, it's not stressed and just left like that, like 70. So 7 is stressed but not T. So this is the main point which you need to learn, that how to identify whether it's a 17 or it's a 70. So this is the main point. Now let's move to the time, that how can you know about the time which you listen in the IELTS audio. Let's move. So the next point of this video is time. So how will you listen time in the listening audio? 4:20. So you will listen like, and the time was approximately 4:20. So it is, the answer is 4:20. Then the next option is, it was 6:30. It was means कि उस time पे क्या time हुआ था? It was 6:30. तो past का मतलब है कि जो चीज़ निकल चुकी है. 6 means 6, तो आधा निकल चुका है 6 के बाद. So this is the clock, this is the 6, and now half of the clock has moved. That means it is 6:30. So that is why it is written 6:30. So the answer is 6:30. So it is the simpler example because you are directly given 4:20 or 4:30, then you can write it. But when you are given 6:30, then you need to know that it is 6:30, or like in the similar way 9:30 is 9:30. Next is 1:50. Again the simpler example, 1:50. 10 to 2. Now it is a bit difficult. 10 to 2 means 10 minutes are still left for 2. So it's like this, 10 minutes are left for 2. So again the answer is 1:50. Sometimes we confuse it or we incorrectly write it as 2:10. So it is incorrect. Be careful. 2 means before, so still 10 minutes are there for 2. So that means it is 1:50. Similar example, 25 to 9. That means 25 minutes are still left for 9. This does not mean 9:25. It is incorrect. The answer is 8:35. This is my clock at 9. Before 25 minutes, when the minute hand was at 7, it was 8:35. So 25 minutes still left for 9, that means 8:35. So whenever you're gonna encounter such examples, just calculate that before 9, calculate 25 minutes and what's the time, make the clock in your mind and then answer accordingly. So it is very important and very tricky, and usually people make mistake in these kinds of examples. So let's move to the next topic, which is English names. Now let's come to names. The very first point which is to be told is capital letters. This is the most common mistake which students make. They usually write the names starting with small letters and the answer is wrong. So remember that first, middle or last name, or sometimes it is called family name, must start with a capital letter. Like Tom Smith, T and S are capital and not small. You also need to know that the common names like Tom, Smith, John, like these names, they will not be spelled in the audio, and you need to know the proper spellings. If you write wrong spellings, incorrect spellings, the answer will be wrong and the mark will be deducted. If there is an audio, you will meet Tom Smith. You must know the spellings of Tom and Smith because both are very easy and very common words. Next is the longer words or the difficult words will be definitely spelled out. So you need to be very active and you need to write it very quickly and very actively that what you are listening. Like you will meet Jonathan Tremblay there. Okay, now the other person on the phone call is speaking. Would you please spell the name? Yes, sure. It's J-O-N-A. So you need to write or scribble very fastly and be very attentive. The next point is titles, like Mr. Cruz or Miss Rowling or Lady Eliza or Mrs. Sir, Doctor. These are also the titles. So you need to write like this. Mr. M must be capital and so on for the rest of the cases. Lady, L must be capital, and similarly Cruz, C must be capital. Here also they will tell you, they will spell out the full name or the letter to letter if the name is difficult or if the name is uncommon, but if it is very easy you will not get the spellings and you have to write it by yourself. The last point is initials. Sometimes there is a name like George W. Matthew. So here W is a middle name but it's in the initial form, so it's like W only is written with a dot. So he may speak that the name was G. W. Matthew. So G.W. Matthew. This is the form you need to give the answer. So these are the points which you need to remember when you are listening to names or numbers, and names and numbers are usually used in the first section of listening module where you listen a conversation, a telephonic conversation most of the times, and it includes names, addresses, telephone numbers or emails on all the personal information like this. So there these tips will be very helpful, but the most important point is you need to practice it regularly. Now also I am giving you some practice and you can tell me what are the possible answers. Let's continue. So these are few exercises for your time test. First is 9:30, second is 10 to 5, quarter to 7, and the last one is 5 to 8. You can give me the answers and take your time. So let's look at the answers. 9:30 means 9:30. 10 to 5, that means 10 minutes are still left for 5, that means 4:50. quarter to 7. Quarter means 15 minutes. So 15 minutes are still there for 7. That means 6:45. And the last one is 5 to 8. That means 5 minutes are left for 8. That means 7:55. You can check your answers and you can practice more of time and numbers. Now we will switch to names practice. I will speak some names. You can write down your answers and then I'll tell you the answers. So the first name is Stephanie Bush. STEPHNIE. The next name is Simon Hughes. HUGHES. The next one is Mrs. Hilary Boris. HILARYBORRIS. The next name is Michael Peterson. MICHAELPETERSON. The last name is Kim Haydens. HAYDENS. Thank you. Let's have a look at the answers. The first one is Stephanie Bush. I spelled Stephanie and didn't spell Bush because Stephanie is difficult while Bush is very common and easy. The next is Simon Hughes. I spelled Hughes. You must know the spellings of salmon. The next is Mrs. Hilary Boris. I spelled both of the words. You must take care that all these words must be capital, else the answer will be incorrect. And the last one is Kim Haydens. I didn't spell Kim, I spelled only Haydens because it is quite simple and K and H must be capital. You will write Mrs. in this way. So this was all about today's video. If you want some more video on any other topic, comment me and please follow me. Thank you for watching the video.